What's up guys, and welcome to another YuGiOh Duel Links video. So the current Duel Carnival event is still ongoing, so this for today is actually themes. And as usual, I think everyone would have known the rewards by now. So rewards such as Doggy Diver is actually a level 4 beast monster, a warrior monster, not a beast. If your opponent controls a monster and all face-up monsters you control are level 4, special summon this from your hand. You can special summon Doggy Diver once per turn. This way cannot be used as an Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for a warrior type monster. So this is basically splashable in any warrior based deck, especially level 4s like for example maybe photons, but I would not mess this card with any photon decks because sometimes photon cards need to be pure in order to activate certain special summon requirements. As well as Armed Samurai Benkei, this monster can attack one additional time during the battle phase for each equipped class that it is equipped to. Problem is, it's only at 500 attack points, so if you were to attack something, better hope that something better be of low attack points. Next up, the cover card from the previous event as well, Supersonic Skull Flame. It basically needs the original Skull Flame to be on the field to special summon, kind of like Daedalus in a way. But at the same time, it inflicts burn damage just like Mass Knight. Aside from that, there isn't actually new to any of the PvP duels so far. However, there are interesting factors on incoming events, such as the Mech Lord Emperor event that's coming soon. So it's a raid duel event, meaning that you have band together with other players to duel against a certain high level Mech Lord Emperor monster. Kinda like what they did with the Earthbound Immortals previously. So the cards that are available are UR Sparkbreaker, not UR Sparkbreaker, it's the UR card and SR card, Wisel Attack Tree and Sparkbreaker. And also it could be, it is not actually confirmed whether we will be unlocking Primo during this event as well. Most of this is just for us, a little something for us just to play around until they have a new upcoming event as well. Aside from that, the survey is up as well, so you can actually check it out and fill out your thoughts on the current event. Not to mention, I'd like to show like a deck profile that I actually made from heroic challengers. So heroic challengers are basically one of the few archetypes that basically requires like its own like warrior monsters as well. So this is basically my deck. So I actually posted a video yesterday or 2 days ago based on the time that you see this. So Goblin Blurk is there to special summon other warrior monsters in my hand as well. The only defensive card here is Heroic Challenger's Sword Shield. So it's a 2000 defense wall and only activates if you or your opponent were to conduct the battle phase. Any Heroic Challenger monster on the field will not deal any damage to you. That means you don't take any damage during this turn. Next up is Heroic Challenger Double Lance. So the funny thing about Double Lance is when you normal summon it, you can special summon another Double Lance from your hand. The condition is you need to have another Double Lance in your hand in order for this to happen. So far playing this deck, I barely even got a second copy into hand. Most of the time I get Heroic Challenger Spartan or Extra Sword. So the funny thing about Extra Sword is regardless of whatever you Xyz summon, it gains a free 1000 attack points, which is quite fun to be honest. And the effects are quite stackable, meaning you can use 2 copies of Extra Sword, stack them onto each other, and give your Xyz monster a free 2000 attack boost. Next up, Spartan is basically the main level 4 monster they always draw into. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster declares an attack, this card gains attack equal to that face-up monster's original attack until end of battle. So basically, he gains the attack points of certain other Heroic Challenger monsters on the field. But most of the time, I do not use this effect because he's basically the only monster I managed to draw into during that time. Spell cards, we have Night Beam to destroy those set spell and traps on the field. And Heroic Chance is basically one of the few cards like limited removal but for heroic monsters. So it doubles the attack points of the original attack points of the monster. However, it cannot attack directly, which is not a problem for us because most of the time whenever we get any heroic monsters on the field, such as Double Lance or Extra Sword or maybe Spartan onto the field. If you don't have any other monsters to help you get XCs into these others, you can basically use this to limit the removal any of your heroic monsters just to give them an attack boost, just to destroy that opponent's monster. However, by the end of the turn, it reverts back to its original attack points, which is fine by me. I would actually like it if the heroic chance itself was a quick play spell. That way, I'll have more defenses for heroic monsters. Another card I give is also part of Guardians, just to give that extra pinch of attack points and protection base. Karma Cut, as usual, just to banish something on the field, and to use Super Team Buddy Force to bring out that card sent to the graveyard. But if you don't have any monsters sent to the graveyard via this effect, it's fine, because Super Team Buddy Force, if it were to be destroyed, you'll get to replace it with another copy from your deck, which is okay. So if you don't draw into Goblin Blurk or any of these slightly higher standard power level 4 monsters for heroics, at least you have Super Team Buddy Force to help you to bring out an extra copy from your hand or your graveyard. So the main big boy of the entire deck is Heroic Champion Excalibur. It doubles his original attack by detaching all of his XC's material. And also, as you see in the previous playthrough video, I actually used Heroic Chance in doubling the 4,000 attack points to 8,000 attack points. And also, Blade Armor Ninja is here as well. It's basically Gagaga Samurai, but for ninjas. Not to mention, when I use this card in combo with Extra Sword, it basically goes up to 3,200 attack points. But to use 2 double swords, that's 4,200 attack points. Instant kill. And in combo with part of Guardians, it's gonna be at least 5,200 by the second attack. Heroic Champion Kusanagi is here as well, just in case we are fighting against any trap heavy decks, like for example like Monarch or Odeon kind of trap monster deck. At least we can negate the activation with an increase in attack points. So this is basically the draw out of the entire deck. It's quite the beefy kind of deck where you depend on attack points, not much defense. But you can't blame me, because most of the cards here are actually quite meh for heroics. For example, Heroic Retribution Sword. Target a face-up heroic monster you control and equip. All battle damage involving the equipped monster is inflicted to your opponent instead. However, here's the funny thing. It does not state that your monster will be destroyed or not. So basically, it's Amazona's Swordwoman for that one with 2 extra steps. So you can see why I don't want to use a card like this inside my heroics deck. Heroic Advance, on the other hand, is pretty okay, but the only problem is it counts on the fact that you have 2 heroic monsters on the field. So imagine in the second turn and you only have 1 heroic monster on the field, and you will have this card set onto the field. It's not gonna help much, because it's gonna change the attack target to another monsters, but other monsters cannot be destroyed by this battle, which is okay. I do not recommend using this card because let's say you need 2 monsters on the field just for this to go. So my deck basically turbo runs if I have two or 1 singular monster. At least there's some battle protection right there. Effect negation wise, there isn't any, sadly, but this is a heroic champions deck. You can't do much. And also the extra skill of Extra Pain. So how Extra Pain works is that whenever you deal any form of damage to your opponent's life points, especially battle damage, you burn your opponent for another 50 points of damage, which is actually better than most of the skills here. Attack charge, life boost R, and life charge. I'd rather have something that's like every turn there's a small point of chip damage at least, which is actually better than most of any decks I can come up with of current time. And also the tour guide mission is ongoing at the moment as well. So you just duel in the Luna and Leo event as well. So basically 7 legendary duelists, 7 standard duels, 15 regular duels, and also using skills twice in the duel world. quite an easy requirement to be honest, but you don't need to worry much. Because the card that you actually want is actually the rewards from unlocking most of the cards here as well. And it was in sheet number 3, so let me go to that. So here's a recommended reward, Bull Blader. It's a warrior type level 4 monster and it looks like a damn minotaur. If an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster activate the effect during the battle involving this monster, neither player takes battle damage. Also destroy the opponent's monster after damage calculation. So this counts on the fact that the opponent's monster has some sort of protection from being destroyed by battle. So at least using this effect, you get to destroy it via this effect. You don't deal damage, but you get rid of something on the field. It's okay if you ask me, but to be honest, I don't actually like this. To be honest, it's not the fact that it's just a 1600 attack points, but I was hoping for something more. Okay, so a bull monster used by Yuma during the anime. Blah 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 gives you field advantage. Yeah, we get that part. Not to mention, if you were to use this in any synchro based deck involving warriors, such as what's that called, urgent tuning, so at least you can get to a level 7 or a level 6 onto the field on the spot. Other than that is getting all the free gems as you can from this event. Well, that's pretty much the video of the update. I've been gone for a week so far. I hope that you guys are having fun with this event. I have not been, to be honest, because yeah, PvP battles every single day. I pretty much enjoy events, but sometimes I prefer story-based events, not just PvP non-stop. It's actually quite boring for me. And I'd like to say that's it for the video. I'm not gonna talk as much as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you want to check out some of the videos in the playlist, it'll appear right at the end of the video, where I've a whole collection of Duel Links videos. And if it's your first time here, consider subscribing. I post YuGiOh Duel Links content on a regular basis, especially 2 to 3 times a week. I used to do it daily, but then again, not much event goes on, so there isn't actually much to post about. That's it from me. I hope you enjoy watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay happy, but most important of all, keep dueling. Goodbye.